welcome. We're back with some more Lord of the Rings content. This time I thought I'd test the two boys out again, but this time I actually have help from the good old trivia pursuit, and we're going to see how many questions the boys can answer over the course of our conversation tonight.
Oh well, we're screwed.
we're just gonna be sitting here chatting, and he'll just fucking throw out a question like, "Oh fuck,
yeah,
heads or tails." It's one of them.
That's part of the fun, like. So, but now, like, it's just gonna be like a conversation, like, I mean, we have seen fucking like some info come out about like some of the new Lord of the Rings related, like either films, TV shows, or new games that are in development. So it's like, Jesus, like have you kind of caught up on some of these as well?
Not all of them. Not all of them. No, I've seen that they're the Rohirrim kind of anime
the
film.
animated movie. I cannot wait for that. The War of Rohirrim.
I don't know. I'm going to give it a go, obviously, but I'm more into the live action stuff. No, I'll definitely give it a go. But
it'd be interesting to see how they play it off, the War of Rohirrim, because like you could use like the early war, like the first war for Rohirrim, or the one that Aragorn was in with Théoden's grandfather or whatever it was.
Father.
Like, to me, like,
I'm more looking forward to new games coming out than I am of like the like animated or any of them.
No, I haven't actually heard about new games. What are the new games coming out?
So they had Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 1 like years ago, and Battle for Middle-earth 2, and they're remaking it in what's called a Reforged. So they're basically remodeling the entire game in the Unreal Engine, which would be really good to see. I've seen some of the models and stuff for it, and it looks like really, really good.
Is this the one where the models that they put out so far are all Uruk-hai?
So they've put out Uruk-hai, they've put out elves. Their fortress got a kind of a re-sculpture, so it looks more like an elven kingdom, which is really cool looking. Like saying that the Age of the Ring mod guys just released 7.1 or 7.1 new version of Age of the Ring, and the models in that they've redone are immaculate. Like the goblins, like the Misty Mountains, got a whole new fortress. They got new heroes. They finally tweaked it where Bolg is an actual hero, so he's actually Bolg. There's no more Azog, so he's actually the son of Azog now. And I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, fuck Azog. We just want Bolg. Fuck Azog.
Yeah, they brought in some new heroes as well for other factions and stuff, but the models just look amazing. I have to admit, they brought Théoden's son, and they brought him in. They were the first ones to bring him in, and he just looked perfect. Like his model.
I'm a big fan of those games. I'm a big strategy game person, and it was you that put me onto that mod.
The Age of the Ring mod, it's brilliant.
It's a fantastic mod.
Although the Adane guys do a great job as well, but they have a different take on it. Where Age of the Ring brought in made it much bigger, made more factions. So instead of being like, here's Mordor, here's Isengard, here's elves, they've split up into like, here's Isengard, but you don't get orcs with them. You get mostly like Dunland units. You get like with Mordor, you get Men of Ruin and stuff like that. You strings, and then like with the likes of the elves, you have the Woodland Realm, you have Lothlorien, you have Rivendell, and with Rivendell you get Dunedain units and hobbits. So it's like
hobbits. Oh, okay. Well,
oh yeah, you get two characters and two like pikemen. It's great crack.
Any use?
They're actually pretty decent. Two characters are really good. Like the pikemen are pretty good for against heroes, but other than that, they're pretty. You can just send out like just a load of swordsmen and then be like, I'm just gonna walk through you.
Yeah, good luck. No, I do. I have to. I am a big fan of those games. I was a big fan of the story mode in the original games.
In the first game,
Yeah, the first game was
Yeah.
fantastic. The
Don't
fact
you
that you
more,
had, yeah, the fact that you had Ian McKellen playing Gandalf in it, and you had Saruman in it as well.
Christopher Lee.
Fucking brilliant, absolutely amazing. The actual voices and the gameplay was good. You know, the graphics weren't great, but you have to understand it's now like a 20-year-old game, so it's actually quite old.
It's the same with the Return of the King, for PlayStation 2, where they had the voices of the guys in it. And like going back looking at that game now, I'm like, I would love to see a remake of this game. And the Two Towers, not the Fellowship of the Ring. That was terrific.
Loads of people calling for it now.
The Two Towers and the Return of the King would be amazing to see remade.
Absolutely
I'd be like, put that in the new Unreal Engine coming out, like the brand new Unreal
PS5,
Engine.
Yeah, imagine a PS5 4K. PS5 4K would be fucking unreal.
I don't know whether PS5 4K, because I just literally only the other day seen Skyrim in the new Unreal Engine 5, which is unbelievably graphic.
You were telling me about this. Like
I was like,
yesterday.
I could just imagine like the Lord of the Rings, like in that style, like how graphic and how detailed it is. Like you see the moss layer on top of rocks, you see like everything, and I'm like, this is immaculate.
Like, can you imagine the level of detail for the likes the city of Gondor, like
for Minas Tirith?
Yeah,
it'd be good. That'd be really good. The likes of Erebor and stuff would be amazing, and Rivendell, place like that. Even Lothlorien are probably the best out of them all, because it's literally just a giant ass tree.
Even Rivendell, like, with that kind of graphics, like that level of graphics, imagine seeing Rivendell.
That'd be good. I'd love to see that. That'd be cool.
I would love to see a game like Skyrim, but made in Middle Earth. I think that would be amazing.
They tried to do one which was Conquest, and Conquest was really good because you weren't fighting as heroes, you were fighting as the soldiers. Like you're fighting as an elf in the Battle of the Last Lions, like, or you're fighting as like an orc or a Nazgul. You're fighting as like a Gondor unit. I'm like, that's a good concept. Like if they brought out a game just based on that, I'd still play it to death.
Like, with all the different games that have come out, like, and especially with the real-time strategy, has there actually been a game where you would play as not necessarily like, obviously you've played as like Dunedain, we've played like the Two Towers and War in the North and all that, but has there been a game where you played a race that isn't necessarily in like the films? Do you know what I mean? Like they're another creature that is there in the world.
Yeah, there is a game out there that you can do that. It's actually on the Xbox called Mountain Blade, but on the PC we get people are playing PC mods get the Third Age mod, the last days of the Third Age, and you get to play. You can play as a soldier of Gondor. You can play as a dwarf, like just a random dwarf that builds his way up in ranks. You can play as You can play as an Easterling, Men of Ruin. You can play as orcs and goblins. Like you can pick, and then you actually, as time goes by, the war of the Ring is going on. So you can start up. If you start as a dwarf, you'd start up in Erebor, do missions and stuff like that, and then you'd slowly move down towards like Mirkwood into like Thranduil's domain, start doing stuff for him, and then moving over to Moria and all. Like you can go to these places in that mod. That's really good.
There was one game, I think it was a PlayStation 2 game, and Carl, you might be able to help me out here. It was, I can't remember the name of it, but there was 3 companions, and it was in the style of
the Third Age.
Fantasy. Is that the Third Age? Is it the
Third Age?
It's a fantastic game.
That game is actually based on a story from Tolkien. Like they're actual characters in Lord of the Rings. Like
I think it's brilliant. I think it's fantastic.
What the male from Gondor, Berethor, is an actual captain of Gondor who was in the battle for defense of Minas Tirith. And then I'm like, oh, look at this. And like, there's actual like things about him actually being there. It's the same goes for Imrahil, like Prince of the Lamroth. Like, he's the guy that got where when Gandalf says Firemeer and all them coming, like trying to get back to Minas Tirith, and you hear a guy just on a horse walking through the horses, and he's like, for a long time, like Lord Denethor has seen this, and it's like, and Gandalf goes, seen this and done nothing. But that guy that's talking just before that is Imrahil. And I'm like,
oh, okay.
Imrahil is actually a badass in the books and like stuff. Like he controls a massive army of like the greatest cavalry that are out there, the Lamroth Knights or Swan Knights as they're called. But you never get to see him in the movies. It was such a like, it was quite sad. Like, this guy's like a fucking tank in the bleeding things.
I always find that weird that like sometimes they will take a character in the video game and actually like it'll flesh it out to the point that you're left wanting it to appear in the film, and it never happens.
Yeah,
which is a shame because like you spent all that time with the video game.
Sure, I would be loving to see Elrond's sons. Elrond and Elahad, like they're part of the Grey Company, like Aragorn's Dunedain.
Yeah, well, it was originally them. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was originally them that saved Frodo and brought him to Rivendell. It wasn't actually.
No, that's Glorfindel.
Oh, that Glorfindel. Yeah, I knew
like,
it was.
That's Elrond's greatest warrior. Like Glorfindel is like the badass of badasses.
Who can kill a Balrog?
Yeah, literally, but single handed, like, oh, yeah, whatever. There's a Balrog, smack.
Yeah, I would have liked other characters. Certainly, those ones to be in. We did see Glorfindel, like we glimpsed them in the films, didn't we?
When in the meeting of when they were doing the meeting for the One Ring, and there's two people sitting either side of Elrond, you only get glimpses of these people going by as the camera goes by, and it's like, oh look, here's a random person just sitting there, and it's like, who is he? And it's like, it's either Glorfindel or one of Elrond's sons. We just don't know who.
Stupid Peter Jackson.
To all these bots in my chat, get the fuck out. I just did like 4 things that popped up saying, want to become famous? I'm like, no, go away.
Make me famous.
Where's my mods when I need them?
Reply saying, I am famous.
Oh, as I say, where's my mods when I need them? There's my girlfriend now banning them, getting rid of them.
Oh my God, you actually have a mod. Your girlfriend's your mod.
I have 3 mods. 4 mods.
Actually have mods.
Yeah. I think you're one of mine.
As far as I know.
And then I have two
other
guys.
As far as I know.
I have 2 other guys that I play, that I met through streaming, and got to know them and help them with set up their streams and stuff.
I suppose I should start this with our first question of the night.
Ooh. Now, is this like are we doing like a buzzer in type of thing, or are you going to ask me, or are you going to ask him? Like, what's going on?
So I'm gonna.
Person put their hands up. Delayed reaction in the stream.
So the way I'll do this is that I will say a question, and the first one to say their name first will get to answer the question. Now, if they fail the question, the other person has a chance to swipe it.
She's gonna just reach through the screen and just like swipe my card. Go on, hit us with this question.
Okay. So, what race of rulers were the Ring race before being corrupted by the Dark Lord Sauron?
Gerry.
Oh, that was very fucking close. That really is. Oh, Gerry,
you're the guy. You're in charge of this.
Gerry got that one. Go.
So, what race were the Ring rates before they became corrupted? They were men.
Yes,
they were Gondor.
Yeah.
Well, there's many different ones, but it was men anyway.
I love how you went men and then you went Gondor. I was like, you just answered that question with another question.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm Ron Burgundy.
I am Ron Burgundy.
So yeah, that's correct. And Gerry is in the lead now.
1 point for Gerry.
Yeah, good start. So okay, I'll throw one more, and then
Ooh.
we can continue our combo.
Vote.
And no one in the chat like spoil anything if they already know, because I know someone probably snipe in that like answer before they get to say it.
I'll probably have it before now.
You never know. Right. What three creatures pinned Gimli to the ground during the Rohan refugee attack?
Oh, Carl.
What?
Warg.
Yeah.
I could just remember it going where the Legless shoots the ball, kills that warg, lands on him, and then he's like lifting up, and then the orc just crawls, and he's like, and he's like, stinking creature. He's just like lifting up, and then Aragorn throws the spear, and it's the other one. I'm like,
I would have got that wrong.
What would you?
I was just going to say 3 wargs.
3 wargs.
3 wargs. So I would have got that wrong. So.
Woo! Point for me.
There you go. Nah, but like, obviously, like, there's been some fucking really good like moments. Like the films are really good, but there's some really good moments in it. And for me, it's always the banter, between the likes of Legolas and Gimli. Like their competition that like would arise every so often. It's like, how many kills? It's like, well, that still counts for 1.
It's like Legolas 2 already.
Like Legolas is already like
17.
He's killed like 17 on the way down. It's like, and a fucking like giant elephant.
Do you know what I find hilarious? Like the one that they do in Helm's Deep, like where he's like Legolas 2 already, and Legolas is on 17, but somehow Gimli ends up getting more than Legolas in that fight. I'm like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
Like the dude is running around with arrows, and he's sliding down on a shield, like, and shooting the shield into his throat, like.
Also, what I find funny is like, how is Legolas not like? Has he got like an unlimited ammunition like kind of cheat code on? Because you never see him have to like, oh wait, I need more arrows. Yeah. It's like, no, it's just endless.
Well, he's got arrows and he's got aimbot as well, so you know.
Well, yeah, the magic of cinematics, like.
Yeah.
Look at that orc from a million miles away, just headshot, bang. Like, really?
The thing about the banter is it only gets better in the extended versions, because in the extended version, just after Helm's Deep, Gimli is sitting on the dead orc with his axe in his fucking head, and he says, I don't know the number, was like, I got 30. Legolas was like, I got 43. I got 44. And he just shoots the orc that Gimli's sitting on. He was already dead. I'm like, well, he was twitching, so I had to make sure he was dead. He was dead because my was in his cranium.
Nervous system. Gimli has like 43, and then he's like, Legolas is like, just like twiddling his ball, going, I got 42. And he's like, that's not bad for a pointy-eared elfling or princeling or whatever it is. And then he's like, where I'm sitting pretty at 43. And then he just like, just shoots him. Yeah. I'm like, that would freak me out, just being like, sit there with your legs wide open and he fires an arrow right under your nutsack. Like,
yeah, I was about to say, very questionable position for that shot. Like,
I bet you're not even like, I love filming this bit.
Yeah, fucking sure. But it's not even just their banter. Even like Merry and Pippin.
Yeah,
and in Merry and Pippin in the extended version as well, especially in the end of the Two Towers, where they find like the long bottom leaf and the ham, and I'm looking at all that going, I want some of that. I'd love a bit of that.
When he picks up the apple and he's like, from the force move, and Aragorn launches one over, hits him in the head.
I love it.
And then like when they get up on this, when they're up on the table singing and all, they're gas. I love the two of them.
Only recently, actually, they were on. Was Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, and they sang the song.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they sang part of the song with whoever, with one of the Jimmys anyway. And then I think the next day was either the day before or the next day. They were in Disneyland. They were in the Star Wars section of Disneyland, and they were in that new bar that they have in it. And they were doing karaoke, and they sang the fucking song.
Oh, that would have been epic.
Karaoke. I was like, will they still be there when I go? Like, Lord of the Rings meets Star Wars, like fucking hell.
Theme park.
But that's just, you see, the thing is, right now, Lord of the Rings theme park would be fucking amazing.
But
then you have to remember, was it Mary is in the last Star Wars film.
He is. He's in the
Rise of Skywalker. He's a minor character in it, and he has a talking role in it as well. But it's still him. So it was like that. I was like, you've got I who's in both of my favorite fucking things, and then he's sitting in the Star Wars bar in Disneyland. Like, that's just like, you lucky bastards. It's like when people went on the Pirates Caribbean ride and it was actually Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Or when people got their picture taken with Spider-Man and it was actually Tom Holland. You're like, the fuck? I want this to happen to me.
Well, imagine that with like Ian McKellen or fucking Vigo. Like, I'd be in heaven. I'd be
if it was Ian McKellen, I'd have to change my underwear. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, like,
Jerry's on the floor, yard chair.
Not gonna lie, I'd love to have a conversation with Ian McKellen because I'd say the banter would be really good though.
Oh, definitely.
All you have to do is watch any of his interviews on Graham Norton.
It's brilliant.
Fucking brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. The fact that when they do the episode with One Direction, he loves it. He absolutely loves it.
He's a dirty old bollocks as well.
Yes, he is.
I also love the fact that like someone posted a meme and it was like the longest interview ever, and it's Graham Norton talking to Hugh Jackman, James McAvoy, and Michael Fassbender, but underneath is a picture of like Hugh Jackman, Ian McKellen, and Patrick Stewart.
Yeah,
and it's just like longest interview ever. Fucking hell. Like, for those that don't know, it's like it takes them a minute, and then it's like, oh, they were in that film, weren't they? Yeah, fuck that.
They were in that film, the one that nobody watched.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Although
Days of Future Past.
Yeah, it was great, man.
See, I watched it.
It was good.
But like having like Ian McKellen on Graham Norton is great, but any of the videos with him and Patrick Stewart is just gold.
Did any of you watch the reunion on YouTube, the Lord of the Rings reunion that Josh Gad did?
I didn't watch all of it. I caught a good bit of it.
Brilliant.
It is Josh Gad now. He's fantastic by himself, but then you put him in a group of all those actors. You're like,
like the fact that that they actually go back and like they're doing like scenes, like they're talking to someone, but Liz Tyler, fucking who played Arwen, like she remembered all of her Elvish lines. I'm like, what the? That's impressive.
There are certain
it's
things.
One of her famous roles, so like of course she's gonna remember.
There are certain things,
like Gimli coming in with his helm on.
Yeah,
and
that was great.
He's down here like this, and he's like, "What's happening?" He's actually doing the part. Like, he
can't fucking say anything. Yeah,
it's just
There was a video of Ian McKellen, and he was at it like a prep school or something like that. And he was in the classroom, but all the kids were outside. If you do not study, you shall not pass. But and it's just
they're pop. Brilliant,
big pop.
There was a thing with Ian McKellen where he was doing like a tour, and at one point he did a theater up the north, and I only found out about it the night it was happening, and like I would have done anything to get those tickets. I literally would have done anything to get them. And a friend of mine, he went to it, and him and his girlfriend went, and he said it was absolutely brilliant. He talked for about 2 or 3 hours. He did a little bit of acting in between certain things, and then it was all questions and answer. And then he met every single person afterwards, got pictures taken with them, autographs, the whole lot. People were standing there asking him for advice, talking to him. I'm like, that's like the dream. That is literally the fucking dream.
That'd be amazing just to get that like one-on-one reaction time with him.
So I was looking at them, and he was doing like 20 or something in England, and it was all to do with his 80th birthday and the whole lot. And he announced, I was like, I'm going to do more because there's such demand for this. I'm going to do more. And then, of course, March 2020 hits, and you're like, yeah, you're not doing any more of them. So he's doing like an online thing now where you can sign up to it, and you can send in questions and stuff. And I'm thinking about that, but it's not going to be the same. Like to
Yeah.
be in person, meeting the man, like he's just
Meet the man, and I'd love to get the photo with him,
yeah,
like
oh
in
fuck yeah.
person, like because like yeah, I'm one of those things. Like I'm not mad for like getting the signatures and all that because it's not really for me. I like the genuine experience of actually meeting the person and actually getting the photo
Yeah.
because to me that means more to like than the signature. The
I know
signature is just like a, a potential investment. That's all it
exactly.
is.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't be a person to go and get signatures and whatnot. I like that. I want to go and meet the person, maybe have a chat with them, picture, whatever. And then I'd like to go. I like to go to their talks as well. You know, like at Comic Con, you can go and they do talks and
Do
questions
talk,
and
yeah.
answers.
We've done a few of them.
Absolutely brilliant. I love going to them. I did one. I actually did one in Birmingham. It was a Star Trek convention, and they had Patrick Stewart for 2 hours. That was it. He was coming in, doing his 2 hours, and then he was gone. So there was no sit down. There was no sitting down at a desk and signing autographs or taking photos. He was literally coming in, talking for whatever it was, and then he was gone. And even that was fucking amazing. Like I was about 20 or 30 rows away from him, but it was like, that's Patrick fucking Stewart right there. Like you're like, wow, it's just amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. And then you've got all the other actors that are there. Like I love meeting them, but I kind of wait. There's certain actors when they're over for, especially for Dublin Comic Con. There's certain actors that are there, and the queue is just out the door. So you're like, I'm not fucking waiting in queue for half an hour, 45 minutes to literally get 10 seconds with them. I'd rather wait and see, all right, they're not busy now. I'll go over and I'll have the chat and take the photo, whatever it may be. And I like that. Like I did that with Tor Bjornsson, the mountain from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
And how I actually first met him was I was in full costume, was dressed as the Emperor. I'm walking around Comic Con, doing my normal thing, frightening the shit out of people. I love frightening the shit out of people. It's great. But he's waiting to go into the photo booth for his photos, for people to have photos of him. And he just kind of catches a glimpse of me, and he's just like, and the head, like the Kane head tilt. The head tilts, and he's just staring at me. So I just stared right back. I was like, this guy's he's fucking huge. He could literally snap me in half with his little finger, but he's fascinated by me. So I was like, I'm going to play around with this. And I just start walking towards him. And he's like, so the head tilt stops, and it's like, the head goes back then. I'm like, what's this guy doing? And I just get really, really, really close. And he's, of course, looking down at me because he's a fucking giant. And I just put my fist out for a fist bump. And he just pisses himself laughing, fist bumps, and away, and he goes into his fucking photo shoot. So then about an hour later, I'd taken the costume off. I was walking around, but I'd still got the white eyes, the panda eyes, as I call them, white eyes. And I go over to him, and I said, cheers for the fist bump. And he's like, fist bump? Oh, you were the guy. And I was like, yeah, that was me. And I got to have a chat with him. And he's so fucking nice, so down to earth. So it's really great when you get people like that. So I love some nice Lord of the Rings people to come over for Comic Con. Like we were getting one. We were getting Carl Urban.
I would love
We
to
were
meet
getting Carl Urban. And only for the fact that he had to cancel because of previous commitments.
Yeah.
But, through the grapevine, I've heard that they might be getting him again for next year. So fingers crossed they get him.
Should just not follow Mark.
What's that?
Someone just followed on the stream there.
Hey, thank you for the follow.
It's on Facebook, and I don't even stream on Facebook anymore.
Cheers for the follow.
You guys show appreciation. Okay.
Actually, if anyone's in the chat there now, I do have my own Twitch stream, Gerry Soul. Please go over and give me a like. Fuck these lads, they're shit.
I'm not even gonna. I was about to tag your stream in here, but you go fuck yourself now.
I haven't fucking streamed anything in about 6 weeks.
I haven't really been streaming. I like this is the first stream in about 5 days because I've been so busy with like work and stuff.
My computer's been here and it's been over there. It's been in the kitchen. It's been all over the place. So I finally have a proper setup here now, and I got my last bit of kit today. I got a one of those, you know, the really big mouse mats that covers the whole fucking desk, and it was delivered to me by my friend Mr. Vic Viper. You know Vic Viper. And
I love Vic. I haven't seen Vic in a long time.
He delivered that down to me today, so I have that down now. So I'm hoping to do a bit of streaming. There
you go, guys. There's Gerry's link there in the stream.
Yay. Thank you very much. Everybody follow.
I did. I just followed.
You. What do you mean you just followed?
I didn't know you had a channel. You just said it.
Oh, you just insulted him now.
In fairness, I only added you on Facebook, and I could have sworn me and you were friends, or like already.
Oh no, I don't like you. I unfriended you years ago.
I was gonna make a joke and I can't.
You definitely can't talk.
Why can't you make a joke?
Because
no.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what you're talking about. No. No, you do not mention that. No fucking way.
I know, that's why I'm not saying it. But it was funny.
You could say something like the unfriending is the you know. No.
Yeah,
no.
Don't. No. It's a rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
No, I'm not going down it. No. Another time. Time. When I'm famous, I'm like, yeah, fuck every one of you.
When the real shoot interview comes.
Oh.
Has anyone actually seen the release date for the Lord of the Rings TV show? The Amazon one?
No, they have. I don't think they've released it.
Come on, give me good news here. Go on.
So 1 second, some mad thing just popped up over my screen. Get the fuck off my screen. There we go. So apparently it's late this year. They haven't given a specific date yet.
That's soon.
But it's just saying it's late, like this year at some stage.
Then I would say December or January.
Yeah, late 2021.
No, I can tell
whether
you.
or not
tell you
it
one
will
thing.
Probably be 2022. Before
I can tell you one thing: they won't start in December. There's no way. There's no way they're going to start in December, and I'll tell you why. They would be absolutely as big as Amazon are, and as big as this show is going to be. They're not stupid enough to go up against Disney.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, true.
You have them. Yeah, I would have thought The Mandalorian was going to be back in December because that was the original time it was supposed to be back, but it's actually not. They're bringing out something else that people are going absolutely apeshit for, and that's the Book of Boba Fett. Now, Boba Fett only came back to life after 30 years, and now he's getting his own show, so that all eyes are going to be on the Book of Boba Fett. So Amazon were like, yeah, no, we'll release a couple of weeks earlier on a different day, and to make sure.
I'm actually looking forward to it so much. I just cannot wait for it. Like, I've looked at the cast and stuff, and I was like, yeah, okay. Like some of them I know, like, and then there's some I'm like, well,
I don't
know who you are, but if you can play this part to a T, fuck yeah, I'll be happy. The amount of money that's gone into it is a joke.
£500 million for the first series. $500 million.
Oh, was it not $500 million for all their seasons?
No. For the
season.
$500
million for the first season. £500 million was like $700 million or something like that for the first season,
which is mad.
Oh, fact checking me, you little bollocks!
What?
Look at you fact checking me. You know what? Ask a fucking question. Come on, I want to knock the shit out of this guy. Come
on. Okay. What is Sam referring to outside of Mordor when he says we can't get past that?
Gerry. The Black Gate.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking simple. I hate how fucking simple it is.
I just love the fact that he just went Gerry, and I'm like, Gerry, you were in the movie? I didn't even see you. You were that Easterling standing there, the two of them looking at the
I was that evil looking bastard.
That's 2 for Gerry.
That's a really good answer. Like I wouldn't have. I was like, huh?
Again, it's a long question, but like a simple answer. Okay. Here's another one. So, which is not one of Theoden's orders when arriving at Helm's Deep? Fly the pennant, bar the gate.
Gerry, fly the pennant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, because I've never even heard of that.
What were the other? Just finish the question for me there, Foxy, will you? Bar the gate and put a watch on the surround or something like that.
Draw all forces behind the wall.
Gate or behind the wall, yeah. That's actually funny now because like the way you said his name was just like, who? I was like, you mean Theoden? Like
Theoden.
Theoden. And I'm like, who the fuck is he talking about?
Well, it's like THE Fada OD.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Theoden.
Theoden.
Or Theoden.
Theoden.
I hate that I can't pronounce the names properly. Like, but no, Jesus. Fuck it. For good measure, here's a third question.
Go on.
Right. What title does Frodo bestow on Sam as a character?
Carl. Samwise the Brave.
Yeah.
It's in the Two Towers. I want to hear more about Samwise the Brave. And then Sam's just like, Samwise the Brave.
Sam's the real hero.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well done.
Frodo's just a little wuss who carries a ring.
Like, it's his
and the
ring.
Fact that Sam
it's his ring to bear,
and it didn't corrupt him either.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the fact that he then goes to Valinor, he goes to the Undying Lands later on.
The fact that he was one of the few people that was able to resist the temptation of the ring.
Do you know what's weird though? Firemeer was as well.
That's what I was getting at. Like,
but he got to a stage of where it was like Boromir, as if the power of it was like, I'm going to take this ring. But then he kind of just goes, but no, it's just going to bring ruin to my people. Like,
well, you've got Sam, you've got Faramir, you've got Aragorn, you've got Galadriel, and would you put Gandalf in that as well? It's like he tries to, Frodo tries to give him the ring. He's like, don't tempt me.
I think the whole thing was, do you remember when Bilbo dropped the ring and he left and then Gandalf went to pick it up, but he got that like vision of like the eye. He was like, if I pick this up, the power it wield through me would be catastrophical. Like it would destroy the world. Like, so he's kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to pick that up. I'm not touching that.
Could you imagine like the what if scenario?
Oh yeah.
What if like Gandalf took the ring?
The Dark Lord Gandalf.
Like
he technically just becomes Sauron of many colors, where he's like, I'm good, I'm bad, I'm this, I'm that, I've got all this power, and then he's like, my Lord Sauron, and then he's like, but now I'm gonna be the ruler, and you're like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, you're very confusing here. Pick one or the other. You're going to either be allies with him or you're going to be your own badass.
Like,
then he gets shot he gets stabbed in the back.
What would be one of the scenarios that you think would be interesting if they had changed? So what I mean by that is like with Gandalf, like if he took the ring.
If Bilbo had stabbed Gollum in The Hobbit. If he had killed him.
That would change the whole thing.
Frodo, they would never have found out about Frodo. Because it wasn't until after he took the ring that the Nazgul grabbed Gollum and brought him to Bardo.
They tortured him for years.
Yeah. And then they let him go, and Aragorn found him in the Dead Marshes.
Yeah. See, this is the thing about obviously the Fellowship of the Ring. You see Gandalf leaving. I have errands to attend to. I have to see them. Blah blah blah.
Oh, Sauron. Yeah.
No, not even that part. When he leaves to go to
Minas Tirith.
Minas Tirith, And you just say to yourself, it's in a couple of days, a couple of weeks, maybe. It's fucking years. It
Mm.
takes them years.
It's weird
to do
because
it,
when you think of that concept in the Return of the King, to ride from Edoras to Minas Tirith is a 6-day gallop, a hard gallop. So he was going even further from the Shire to Minas Tirith. So it would have took fucking like 2 or 3 months like to do it. And like it's really funny, like the concept when you actually dip into the lore bit and you find out how long Frodo had the ring before he actually left. You're like,
wasn't it 8 years or something?
Yeah, it was something like 8 years or something like that. Yeah, that the ring was in hiding, and then next while it's like, oh look, the One Ring has appeared here.
Like it like little things like that, like details like that could have made a big difference for the movies. Like to be able to say like, okay, he knows that what this is, it's the ring. But the fact that he's left with it, burdened with it for at least 8 years before he actually leaves the Shire.
Yeah.
Like that's like
they
could
have 8 years, 8 years lead in time. If they'd just gone straight away, like fuck it, let's bring this to Mordor. Lots of people.
A concept I would love him to have seen, like a what if, would be what happens if Thorin's dad made it out of Dol Guldur? Would he would have became king?
Yes.
Of Erebor, and then Thorin would have had to wait until he died to become king of Erebor.
Thorin was a dick, so. Richard Armitage is such a good fucking actor, but he was like.
He was a dick.
I have to admit,
the bit I loved was the fact that like he went from being such a prick, like just an absolute, like he was just like, oh me and my God, this is all my money, and then it's like come to the end, he's like he realizes that like gold and money isn't everything, like it's literally friendship and stuff like that. And then you're just like, wow, you realize this, and 10 minutes later you get killed by Azog. It's like this is quite sad. It's like, oh well.
Yeah.
That or if Feely or Keely hadn't died, because then one of them would have became king of Erebor, and not Dane.
Well, just think about it. Think of it this way, right? Billy Connolly became a fucking king.
That he did.
I would love to see more of him.
Down.
In that.
Do you know what's funny? That was an idea they wanted to do, was do Dane Ironfoot's story of him being Lord of the Iron Hills to becoming the king of Erebor. Because the war in the north, during the War of the Ring, Dale and Erebor get attacked, and Dane defends King Brand, King Bart's son, at the gates of Erebor, and they both die there. Like Brand's body is at the gate, and Dane by himself, who was like fucking a couple of 100 years old, with his red axe, is standing there just mincing everything out of it, and then he finally gets killed. And it's like, where's that story? I want to see that.
I'd like to see that as a film. Absolutely.
Not the fact that he's the one that killed Azog, like hundreds of years before when he was a kid, like a teenager. Like he was the one that killed Azog, and it's like, oh look, Azog is the leader of 5 armies. Like, no. Bolg is the leader of the 5 armies, not Azog.
They definitely took a lot of creative license for The Hobbit anyway. As much as they did in Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit was completely... There was no Tauriel. There was no Legolas in it. There was no Council of Elrond with Saruman and Galadriel and all that.
The White Council there was.
Yeah, but they weren't in the book.
They're in the book. The White Council, that's when the council was made. No, Saruman wasn't. No, but the White Council was actually made.
But Saruman wasn't in the book. There was no Legolas in the book.
No.
There was a mention.
A mention of Legolas, his name. Yeah. That's it.
There was a mention of, there was a mention of the Necromancer, and then Gandalf has to go off and sort out the Necromancer. But you don't see what happens with Gandalf. He then just returns to Erebor when the fight is happening. And
sure, the fact that like the dwarves came out on goats, like in the extended editions, and then they have their siege weapons, and you're like, dwarves don't have these.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where are you going? Like, this is, do you like the old whirly thing? And you're like,
no, that is cool. Now But
It's amazing.
it's purely for the
It's
film.
just
That's-
cinematic.
Mhm.
Like they were brought into like the Age of the Ring mod and all, like the fact that you have catapults and all because it's a siege game makes sense. But like in that movie, you're like, this wasn't in the book. Like where did all these like rams appear from and like siege weapons and all? I'm like, whoa.
I don't know why, but for some reason, like the scene in one of the Hobbits, it's like with Radagast. It's like these are rustable rabbits.
Rabbits.
I'd like to see
These
them
are
try.
Gundabad orcs.
It's like-
God, they're Gundabad wargs.
It's fucking silly, but goddamn, like I'm like, yeah,
We met him.
I know, lovely man, absolutely lovely.
Like I find it funny, like the movies have some really good bits of comedy mixed in, which is really funny, and it makes them even better. Like when they do in The Hobbit when they go to Rivendell, and they're all sitting down for dinner, and they're like, "Where's the chips?" Or
There's no meat. Where's the fucking meat?
And then it's like,
giving them a
did
salad.
someone die? Like it's like I'm at a funeral. And then next while what's his name? Fucking
Bomber.
Bomber, yeah, but what's the actor's name? James or
Oh, Northern Ireland fella. I know you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
gets up and he's like, "There's only one thing for it, lads," and starts singing. And it's like, this is brilliant. Or in the extended edition where they're all naked and they're jumping in fountains and all, you're just like, what is going on here? It's like, this is
But, like,
brilliant.
That's a great example though of the banter. Like their interactions throughout, like the three Hobbit movies.
The songs that are in the first Hobbit movie are all written by Tolkien, and which is brilliant. I'm like, at least they included that.
Yeah,
I'd say that was Ian McKellen standing there going, this book, put them fucking songs in.
he was probably like, you might want to add them.
I see the staff. It'll disappear somewhere quick, lad.
Someone's very aggressive.
You never know.
Are you sure? Are you sure you haven't been in the George Carl?
Oh God, no! I've never been in that clip.
Okay, it's time for a couple questions then.
Yeah, more questions. Trivia.
What does Aragorn tell his companions not to let the White Wizard do in Fangorn?
Carl. Do not let him speak. He will put a spell on us.
Well done.
I just remember that because Aragorn's hand gets burnt. It's like, ah.
So, these are tied at the moment. Just letting you know.
Ooh.
What is Gimli's relationship to Balin?
Gerry. To Balin.
Balin. I was like, who's Balin?
Balin or Balin?
Balin. My cousin.
Yep. Yeah. Well done.
I was like, who's Balin?
I was like, now you because that threw me. It's like Balin. I was like, oh, he means Balin.
Yeah,
it's fucking Balin in
Moria.
Yeah.
There's one dwarf here that still draws breath.
I apologize because like I'm mispronouncing some of the names. So
yeah, horrifically.
Shut up. All right, I'll give you one more for now. So, what is the average lifespan of a dwarf?
Carl.
What?
Oh shit.
You know this was multiple choice, so.
Okay.
No, you jumped in.
Oh yeah,
before.
you jumped in. Fuck you.
Fuck that. You need to throw an answer before I can fucking read it out.
I know Durin the Deathless lived to like 220, so but he's gifted with long life because he was the first dwarf. I think it's like 100 and fuck. I'm trying to remember now what ages they all were. Is it 220?
No.
I was about to play this. Hear that? The countdown clock was about to get the countdown clock. This fucker's not answering quick enough.
Couldn't hear anything, you know. We're being honest.
Couldn't hear anything.
So, Gerry, would you like to have a go?
I would if you give me the multiple choice. Thank you.
Okay. Carl, you're going to hate after I say this. So, the choices were 100 years, 250 years, or 500 years.
Fuck.
I'm going to go 250. I actually don't know this, but I'm assuming 250.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And that's because you've seen his reaction once I said it.
Bollocks.
If it was a pure guess, I'd have said 150. If it was a pure guess, but the fact that there was multiple choices, was like, haha, fuck you, Carl.
Yeah.
Hang on, I want to check something.
I will remember to do this before I read out the question, just to make you aware. But I will also give at least 30 seconds before I push you for an answer. So that way, we're not waiting for 5 minutes while you Google it.
Well, in fairness, now his hands were away from his keyboard.
Yes.
There was no way he was cheating there.
Oh, so no, that's where I got my confused. During the Legless was the oldest dwarf ever, age ranging between 4,300 to 14,000. So they just know specific thing for him. Makes sense.
So Gerry is in the lead.
I love how no one's looking at these questions and he's like, I want harder ones. He's like,
oh, I'm looking. I can give you harder ones. These are fairly easy. Like the easy tier, easy to mid tier.
Bring on the hard ones.
Okay.
The only things I might struggle with some of the earlier books, if the questions for them, especially the fucking Silmarils. As long as that's not in, I'll be alright.
Okay. So, which actor is officially the tallest of the 4 hobbits, measuring 5 feet 7 inches tall?
Gerry. Sean Astin. I'm just pure guess.
No.
Is
Carl?
it? It's either Elijah or Mary. I think it's Mary.
What's the name of the actor?
Dominic Monaghan.
You would be right.
Yeah.
He is the top.
I was trying to remember, it's either Frodo or Mary. I was it's one of the two. Because I know Pippin fucking is quite shortish for the rest of them.
I'll give you one more for now. So, how many movie extras were cast for the trilogy? Now, this is multiple choice.
You're supposed to say that at the start.
Shut up.
Yes, Gerry. Yes.
Shut up. 10,000, 15,000, or 20,000.
Gerry.
You got very posh there in that 15 now.
Fuck you. Anyway, Gerry.
15,000.
You'd be wrong. Sadly enough. Carl, would you like to try and swipe this?
Yeah, go on. What's it? 10, 15, and 20, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm gonna say 20. Just because that stupid fucking Battle of Pelennor Field. How many extras they needed for that?
And you'd be correct. 20,000.
Because they had to bring in women to play the Rohirrim.
Mm.
Because they didn't have enough men to play as them. I get an extra point for that extra good trivia.
You're doing your bollocks.
You bollocks, yeah. No, you don't. Anyway, these are both tied at 5 each. Yeah. These are doing
spicy.
These are doing well. Now, as I said, we may stop at 15, we may stop at 20. Like the first one to get 15 or 20. Depends on how we feel. But
I feel
All I
great.
can hold on. All I can tell you is if I get to 15 first, we're fucking ending it there. You can
It's like, no, we're done. Boom, done.
As long as I should be okay as long as no questions come up as this from the Silmaril.
No, you see, the Trivia Pursuit is just the films.
Oh yeah. Sure, I bought it. I haven't even opened it.
Hold on. He bought it. He's been studying this. Oh, fucking cheater!
It's not-
I
it's
called
not
Oh,
sealing
no.
it.
It's still sealed.
It was sealed, like
I
proper
made sure
sealed.
that
I opened it.
Yeah, he has a sealing machine. Come on, clearly.
if I do, that's good. Can seal shit.
If only Kenny. No, I'm not even finishing that one.
No.
Shut up.
No. Like
They still haven't released a date for Gollum yet. For fuck's sake.
to be
Actually,
honest, like
looking
I
forward
don't
to that
mind if that's delayed. Like I know Gollum can be an interesting character, but like there's too many others that need to be brought.
The
forward.
only thing with that game is the graphics look good, but they're
Not
not to a standard I would
major.
expect
Yeah.
for this time, this day and age. Like,
Hmm.
like if they brought out a game that had Skyrim's graphics or even Oblivion graphics back then, like, but like made with the Unreal Engine 4 would be fantastic.
Like
Imagine a game that goes from the Fellowship all the way through to the Return of the King, where you have to play that.
Yeah. We're going to have to be patient because think of the amount of things that are going to be made once this new series comes out.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be games. There's going to be Trivia Pursuit stuff. The amount of shit that's going to come out.
Because I know Warner Brothers just signed a release for another game that they're making. But I don't remember the game, the Lord of the Rings game. I can't remember the name of it. They just like it was about a month or two ago. They signed off on it, like making a new game, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is interesting." But I don't think they've actually given us like what it's going to entail, whether it's a RPG game, whether it's a strategy game, whether it's open world. Like if it's open world like Conquest, that'd be deadly. It'd be just like Conqueror's Blade that I play like on the PC, like is you controlling the main character using different weapons. You can use like bows, swords, fucking shields and all.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that as a Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah, give me Lord of the Rings Red Dead Redemption. That would be now. There you go.
That would be unreal. Like
Lord of the Rings Red Dead. You get your horse, you're riding along,
God.
and then like you get attacked by a dragon. You're like, what the fuck?
You just hear it loud. It's like that scene from Skyrim. You just hear the dragon. You're just like, next one you see him flying across. You're like, shit.
Imagine like you spend all the time like trying to hunt down the best horse in the game, like the rarest one,
for a damn dragon to come pick it up.
As soon as you tame it, and you literally step off it, it's like swipe, gone.
You'd literally be standing there, you bastard! Like, bring me back my horse.
Could you imagine the insanities during that?
Mm-hmm.
Like it'd be hilarious, but like at the same time you'll be almost crying. Like after spending all that time. That'd be like doing
almost crying. You would be crying.
You'd be beat. You'd be like, "Are you fucking for real?"
That'd be like doing all the goals in
Assassin's
Assassin's Creed to get the rare armor, and then someone just coming along and wiping your memory. Like, it's
like that concept would be good. Like where you'd have to, you start from scratch. You go out, tame your horse, and like say you're a town. Like a town's like teenager in Gondor, in whether it's Minas Tirith or Dol Amroth, and then they slowly start just like, oh yeah, here, I'm gonna go tame that horse, and then you become a squire, become a soldier, become a fountain guard, like that concept would be amazing.
Unbelievable, absolutely.
Who would you play as, Gerry? What race would you play as?
Jesus, now, see, I like the Rohirrim.
Rohirrim are good.
I think, when you compare kind of different countries to countries in Lord of the Rings. You're like, right, the Rohirrim could be like almost Viking like, but a little bit, you got a little bit of Irish in there as well. I know the hobbits are kind of based on Irish people. You know that's true. They're actually that's what he said that himself. He said he based the hobbits on Irish people. And I'm like, that's cool. Hobbits
that's grand. Make us
honorable and
worse drinkers.
Well, and smokers and the whole. And did you ever read the the Idiot's Guide to books?
Yeah, I know all of them. I haven't read it.
Well, there's an Idiot's Guide to Middle Earth.
Ooh.
And from the
it's just lit up.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's right up my alley. Like,
he's on Amazon now. He's ordering that.
Yeah, but if you go through the book and it comes to the Undying Lands, they're talking about the Undying Lands, and
right.
it's supposed to be like a heaven, but it's actually not heaven. It's something in between. And then you look at one of the original hand drawings of the land. It's actually Ireland with a little bit added on to Galway.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that.
It's actually, that's in the book.
Yeah, like, most actually look at in like the Lord of the Rings books or in the Hobbit, Valinor, like you only get to see like one part of it's like cut off by the edge of the world, like basically. Mm-hmm. You don't get to see the whole thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say, would definitely be a writer of Rohan. Definitely part of the Rohirrim. It's just something to do with when I play like strategy games that have like Lord of the Rings, I'll go for the mounted units like the horses and stuff like that. So it's absolute love cavalry. Cavalry is just great. And then like throughout all the 6 films, the one moment for me that still gives me,
you're gonna say the Two Towers where it goes down that hill.
No. Not even. Well, actually, I actually did watch that today, but no, the bit that gets me is, and I like it more in the extended version than I do in the normal version. Is that when Gandalf is basically been confronted by the Witch King, and he breaks, the staff gets broken. You're like, oh fuck, yeah. And then you hear the, and then they just start to appear. The sun starts to rise. They start to appear. I was like.
That does give you like goosebumps. You're just like,
yeah. When I worked in what's PC World now, but it was Dixon's. No, not there. I did work there, but when I worked in Phillips, it was a Phillips shop on Dame Street, right in the corner of Dame Street and Georgia Street. We had all these television displays, and we had to have DVDs playing on them, and I would put that scene on repeat on one of the bigger TVs. And the best part about it was one of the big TVs in like our was in a small room that we used kind of as demonstrations. And the big TV was a 42-inch Ambilight TV. So it was completely darkened room with surround sound and then the Ambilight at the back of it. So when the camera goes to the riders kind of going up and it starts to turn yellow,
the horn would be amazing.
The horn... The room turns yellow because the Ambilight in the back of it turns yellow because it's matching the color on the screen.
The sun.
And the whole thing just illuminates the room. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. There was 2 scenes I used to always put on repeat. There was that scene, and then there was the starting scene in the two towers where Gandalf's falling down with the Balrog. And I had that on repeat.
Oh, yeah.
That is fantastic. All the different visuals and the different colors that was coming through it is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
What about you, Niall? Who would you pick? What race?
Strangely enough, like I was thinking about that while you're talking about it, and it's like
Goblin.
Fuck off. You gremlin-looking cunt.
Oh no, not Goblin. Gollum. Not Goblin. Gollum.
Oh,
even worse.
Even worse. No, like I would actually love to do if they'd made an adventure style game with the likes of the elves, because for all the badassery that we see Legless do, it'd be cool if that was in like a video game setting, like an adventure style game, like with Skyrim, but a bit more free flow in regards to the combat. Like it wasn't as clunky as Skyrim.
So like Assassin's Creed.
A little bit, yeah. Like
you have that kind of bit more freedom to move and parry and stuff.
Yeah.
Like in Black Flag, how it was like it's a lot more kind of freedom. You don't have to. Well, look, press square to block. Like,
yeah, it's more fluid in what you
I
can
get what
do
you mean, like a bit more kind of free, kind of more parkour in it, like where they're doing that jumping through the trees and stuff.
because that's what they're showing
Stealthy.
off in the film. Like
Actually, saying that, there is a game out that you can do that kind of stuff in, and that's the new Hood game, Hood and Outlaws, where it's all about stealth and stuff, and you get a bit more freedom to maneuver and like do that stuff. So that concept for like an elf would be really good. Like, imagine like being there just like a soldier of Mirkwood or something, or a Lothlorien or something.
like if you take that like, even if it's not like with the elves, you could still apply that same logic to other races as well.
Oh yeah.
Like we've had like games where we've done adventures, but they always tend to be in the groups. What if you were to do a solo adventure? And it doesn't have to be
so like War in the North, where you're just that one race.
that one race. You've no backup. Like it's literally just.
Oh well, I'm dead.
Yeah, I know, but not anything to do with the ring, like at all. Like none of the battles related to it. It's literally a self-contained story. It could be, and it's just instead of going for the grand scale of the battles for the ring or otherwise, scale it down. So it is like almost just.
So it's basically you creating your own path in the game.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Heavy Rain, where you make the choices.
You can make choices, but at the same time, there is like a story, and it's just like it's happened before. Like where we've had games that like the bare bones of like the actual gameplay isn't great, but the story is what fucking hooks you in. So like,
I don't know why, but I kind of knew you were gonna say elves. I just had that feeling. It's just the blonde hair, like looking at your hair and all, like you being the blonde haired idiot, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna pick fucking elves.
Yeah, you look at him and you think, yes, he could be a pointy-eared prick.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially with that lovely long blonde, green, fucked up looking hair.
Oh, it's weird. The color is now the grey. Is she? Are you trying to be Galadriel here?
No, he's actually trying to be his Silver Fox character.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not working.
I know. I don't have near as much charisma.
And Silver Fox has fuck all charisma, so you're really fucked.
Exactly.
Now, if I was to pick a race, anything, it'd have to be dwarfs. I love dwarfs.
Yeah.
Just fully.
There's something about their banter. It's just something about how to get on with each other.
The fact that like they get on so well with each other. The fact that like they're hardened folk, like nothing can really turn them like evil. Like they're more interested in the earth than they are in. Lads, just go out and have a scrap. It's like I'd rather go digging, like. But then when they go out and fight, they're like, lads, let's arm up. Fucking, they go out like they're like the Romans, like form test you know, like you're like just like thank you, and it's like
when they fight, they fight.
Oh
like,
yeah,
it's and they're not afraid of battle or conflict. So
no, they're not.
It's really not. Which like it leads to their bravery and their fortitude for battle. It's, to be honest, like it wouldn't be a bad game, really. And I imagine there's been a fair few that are similar to what we're talking about.
Like Total War, Warhammer, their strategy game. We have like elves and dwarves and orcs and stuff like in it. But like their map is massive and it takes into concept like that kind of style where you're using your your hero to create an army, then to go off conquer lands, but there's still a story to it as well. Like if Lord of the Rings took that concept of being able to go, let's make a strategy game, let's make it an actual story of Lord of the Rings, where you start off with say the fall of Angmar, and then you start slowly moving on from that into like when the death of the Witch King, and then it comes like, oh look, we got a bit of Reign of Peace here, and like go off do like missions for money or whatever, and the next wall is like shit, we need your help.
Mm.
Like something's after happening. Like the goblins have come down, or the cave trolls have come down from the moors and all. Like that'd be a really cool. And you'd be like, do I really want to go help you, or do I just want to go over there and have a point?
What if there's a game where now, Carl, you've played the Dragon Ball games. Do you know they tell like you literally play famous battles from the series? Imagine they did that for Lord of the Rings, where like now I know the likes of real time strategy, but I'm talking about like you play during
You could do it.
those
But
like
it's
those
just the
particular
graphics would be.
battles.
It would take a long time to build a game like that for them kind of like because the graphics you can't have the same as Dragon Ball, which is animated. Like you cannot do it. It's for Lord of the Rings. It needs to be a bigger scale.
Oh yeah, like I'm not talking about
The
it
concept
being like an animated,
definitely would work.
But the idea of playing famous battles throughout the history of like the Middle Earth.
Oh yeah, actually, imagine playing the Battle of the Five Armies or something, or even what's the Battle of Moria called? The Battle of Azra something, Azrabul or something.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce.
Yeah,
that.
it's like Azrabul or something, some mad name like Cedric Neg. But
it'd be like Niall trying to fucking pronounce Balin for fuck's sake.
Like the fact that like that's like what it took 3 years to muster the dwarves to go launch that attack. Imagine fighting that battle where you're on the brink of losing, and out and all where you just push and win it. Like,
like obviously, like
shivers.
But imagine
last lines.
Like imagine with like some of the battles like that hasn't been like brought to the silver screen or to video games. Imagine doing it in a way where
battle against Morgoth, Elves versus Morgoth in the first stage.
But imagine doing it where like the battle changes depending on how you're doing. So if you happen to push back to a certain point, so say for example, there's a timer, and if you can push back up until a certain time, that allows you to progress in this way. But if you don't, you'll probably you'll lose a lot of forces, probably get forced back, but then you have to rethink your strategy and go again a different direction.
That's a good concept. That's a really good concept for a game.
Because like
that.
It's like take the Telltale approach, but not with the heavily story driven.
What's the Telltale version of Lord of the Rings?
That would be good though.
I'd play that. Like the Game of Thrones one was really good. Or nice.
That was great.
I loved that. And I'm not a huge Game of Thrones fan.
It was a terrible ending.
Oh yeah,
terrible ending, but
yeah.
And the fact that we didn't get a second one, we were supposed to get a second one.
If the story is good, like then like the Telltale games are proof that it's not really about the gameplay. The gameplay isn't its strongest suit, but it's the story and the choices that you make in it that are what make the game, because they have a carry-on effect for later. Yeah. So like imagine doing that. Who would you like your mentor
to be though? Ooh. Who would you love your mentor to be? Like which character from Lord of the Rings?
Like I'd imagine like the obvious would be Gandalf. Like,
oh yeah,
like a man of wisdom and magic. So, like,
yeah, but then you become a minor.
But like, but then again, imagine having the likes of Aragorn or fucking even a Gimli, or like having the main characters as your mentor.
I wouldn't like Gimli as my mentor. As much as I love the dwarves and all, but no, give me fucking Dwalin or something like, or someone like badass, or give me fucking King Dain, give me Billy Connolly. Like Dain is the pinnacle of like what a dwarf should be.
Imagine Elrond.
Elrond would actually be a pretty good one because like he's got his battle style, like he can fight. He's got all this mad knowledge. Like he's a really good one to pick. I would love like Faramir or Aragorn because they're both like they're technically Dunedain and Ithilien Rangers, so they can track. They're brilliant archers, they're brilliant swordsmen, and they're knights as well. So it's like the fact that you could learn a lot from them more than you could of like any normal, like you'd learn more from them than Boromir because he's just a soldier. Like if you were to go get like with even Aemir, Carl Urban's guy, like that would be amazing. He'd teach you so much about like caring for horses, like going on to looking after your people, like becoming like actually doing something to push yourself to become better. Like be a really good concept.
Like,
Yeah,
obviously,
yours would be. Who would yours be?
I'd go with Aemir.
Anyway,
Simply because, as I said, I like the riders of Rohan. He's a master horse rider. He is, the Lord of the Riddermark. The whole, just he teach you everything about horses. So that's be great.
Remember, he's a specific area of Rohan as well. Like the fact, like in Rohan, there's so many people like that we didn't get to see. Like we didn't get to see Erkenbrand, which is like he's a badass. Like he's so good, and he's actually the guy that's looking after Helm's Deep. And all, like you're like, who's he? Like you didn't get to see the Helmingers. Like Helmingers are like Rohan's elite infantry units, and you're like, all you're seeing is peasants. Rohan actually have an army of like cav, of like infantry. All I'm seeing is peasants and a few riders every now and again.
Yeah, literally all it is peasants. It's like an army of Niles.
His fucking face. He's just like, what?
Next time I see
you just made him sad.
Next time I see Niall, I'm going to get a kick in the bollocks, which I guarantee you. Oh,
yes,
here's a question.
Trivia.
What city was the site of the world premiere of the Fellowship of the Ring?
Carl. I'm gonna say LA.
Nope, you'd be wrong. Gerry, you have a chance to swipe this. I shall repeat this again. What city was the site of the world premiere of the Fellowship of the Ring?
I have two in my head, one being London and the other being somewhere in New Zealand, but I don't know any cities in New Zealand, so I'm just going to go London.
And you be correct?
Wow.
Hey, come on, Jer.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I thought of, the big cinema in LA?
The Chinese cinema?
Yeah. That was where I was literally like, that probably would have been where it is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, most major movie premieres tend to happen in London. Like when it's not in America, it's in London for some strange reason. But like, let's see. I'm gonna try and give you a hard one. Like that one was tricky, but it wasn't hard. Oh, I hate fucking names.
Well, we'll help you along.
All right. At which fortress are Freda and Athane reunited with their mother?
Gerry. Helm's Deep.
You are correct. Helm's Deep.
Yes. It took me a minute there when you said your names. I was like,
yeah, it did take me a second.
Oh shit! Then I was like, the two kids.
Okay, is that right? Freda and Athane?
Athane. I don't know about Freda, something like that.
What way is it spelled?
Freda.
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 It's the same as
an Athane.
An Athane.
Fair enough. And we'll go with another one. Let's see.
Just remember that scene from the Two Towers, like Athane.
That's the only reason I know it.
Who tells Aragorn, "You did what I could not," which was resisting the ring's draw? So,
Read that question again.
Yeah, read that out again.
who tells Aragorn, "You did what I could not," which was resisting
Oh, Carl.
the ring's draw?
Gerry.
Carl got first.
Ah,
Fucking Boromir when he died.
Yep.
it was how you said it, Foxy. You said
Sorry.
it.
It threw me off there. I was like, it's just when you said when like the certain line.
It was all one sentence. You could do what I could do, basically.
What I couldn't do.
Yeah.
You let him go, basically.
So
I'd have gotten that fucking question right if you'd have said it right, you silly bollocks.
I was about to apologize for that, but now I'm not. So, fuck you.
Oh, nah, God, I just see Gerry's just like, fuck you now.
Like with the films, like they obviously like that's what most people are introduced to or have watched. Not a lot of people have watched the cartoon movie, which was released years prior. Like, I mean, I barely remember it, but like, goddamn, like, I do remember watching it as a kid.
Do you know the year that year?
Say that again.
Do you know what year that came out?
Oh,
is it like
late 70s, early 80s?
Yeah,
early 80s, something like that. It's
Google.
I've never actually watched the entire thing. I've never watched the entire thing. I've watched some of it and I haven't watched all of it now.
I actually have that DVD. It's either here or in. It could be in yours now.
It's not here. Otherwise, I would have watched it.
Where the fuck is it?
Disappeared.
Oh no, I know where it is. Let me that.
Like, so it's not uncommon for them to delve into the cartoon or animated style, which is why I'm excited about like the animated like series that's coming out, like, or movie for Rohan. Because yes, it allows more creative freedom for artists and the directors to actually like really showcase a lot of creatures or sceneries that may not have been used in the films or the video games, but really give them some do them justice in a different medium. So like that's what gets me excited about that. And then the fact that like it's going to be like, imagine, okay, I don't know if you'd be familiar, Gerry, but like Netflix have a series called Castlevania, and
I know of it. I've never watched it now, but I know of it. Yeah.
But the studio that does it are very, very good at doing their animation, especially for the likes of fight scenes. And to me, like, if you get a studio that's really good at that and you apply it to the likes of Lord of the Rings, you could have something majorly like special in that. Like some of the places that probably haven't been utilized, where would you love to see be represented in it?
In this anime series?
Yeah.
Movie. I'm literally I was just reading up about it there, like where it, like when it's set, and then I just seen a name, Helm Hammerhand, and I went, I'm like, yeah, fucking get see Helm's Deep being built. Fuck yeah. It's literally set 250 years before the event of the Lord of the Rings. So I'm like, we get to see the first fucking king of Rohan, basically. Or, well, the legendary king. I don't know whether he's the first or not.
Definitely legendary, yeah.
Like, the guy who built Helm's Deep, like, I'm like, whoa. Like, I'd actually love to see the Glittering Caves. Like, we see bits of it in the Two Towers, but we don't get to see that full aspect of how amazing it is. That it's so good that Gimli builds a colony in there. Like, he takes dwarves and builds a colony right in behind Helm's Deep, like, in the Glittering Caves. Like, it's the same with likes of Fangon. Like, in the books, how they say Gimli and Legless walk through Fangon and they admire the beauty of it. But in the movie, we see it dark, gloomy first. But yeah, I'm like, it's the same with Lothlorien. I would love to see more of Lothlorien.
Like, we barely got to see anything of it.
Oh, literally. You get to see what staircase going up a tree.
Yeah, pretty much. Like Gimli saying that, no pointy-eared elf is going to sneak up on me. I've got ears of a fox and the eyes of a badger. I don't fucking know, but you know what I mean.
I have the the eyes of a hawk and the ears of a fox. And then it's like, the dwarf breathes so loud we could have shot him in the dark. Good old Craig Parker with his cleft chin. Good old Hal there. It's really funny. Like, all the elves, when they talk to Gandalf, they're like, Mr. Andil and all, like, they're like, and then, like, with Hal there, with Craig Parker's character, when he arrives at Helm's Deep in the movie, and Aragorn comes running out, and he's like, he says a name, but it's Haldir's name in Elvish. I'm like, nobody knows who that is. And then, there's a bit on the wall where they tell him to retreat. And all you hear is Aragorn, and it's very faint. I watched it the other day, like about 2 or 3 days ago, and I was like, go back there for a second. I was like, did I actually hear that? He actually shouts, Haldir! And I'm like, yeah. So he actually does say his name in the movie. I'm like, that is cool. I would love to see Moria.
Yeah, more of Moria. Yeah,
I would love to see Khazad-dûm when it was during the Deathless, when it was in its prime.
Imagine seeing the likes of like like obviously like Morgoth. Like it's imagine seeing that play out. Like his
fortress?
His fortress, but also like the fact that like how he was found out and the battle against him.
We know how
we are going to see it though. It's going to be part of this new Netflix, not Netflix, the Amazon series. You look. Are
we going to see an army of Balrogs?
Yes.
Like fucking, it'd be like like a stampede of elephants.
Yeah, you're going to see multiple Balrogs. You're going to see dragons, and probably the biggest dragon. You're going to see Ungoliath, the giant spider. And if they don't include these things, you're like, what's the point? What's actually
though? The one thing I'm looking forward to a lot in this series is actually seeing the likes of the Witch King before he became like the Nazgul version, where he had his armor and all, and like the people like what's his place called?
Hi.
I just see an arm.
I just see an arm. Who's that?
That's Caroline.
Fuck off! We're recording. Go.
Hi, Carol.
She's saying hello.
Hi.
Why is she out there?
Don't know. It's Gerry.
Hi.
Hi. She sounds 40.
Go away.
He's telling you to go away. She's calling you an asshole.
Recording like we're live on Twitch here. Like
I know.
It's off.
We're recording and we are live on Twitch.
Gerry, actually, quick review. So this new series that's coming out on Amazon, do you think we get to see the fall of not of Numenor, but of, do you know how the Grey Havens? It was originally there was more land there.
Yeah.
I
know what you're talking about. Are we going to see that fall into the sea?
Yeah,
I think so.
That would be really cool because we get to
part
see
of that time frame, Yeah,
because there was dwarven cities and there was elven cities there that were massive.
Mm-hmm.
And
there was loads more to Middle Earth than there is than what we see from Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
Sure, we never get to see the Far East where the other dwarfs woke and where the two blue wizards went. Like, that'd be a cool story.
Don't mind them; they're off getting drunk somewhere,
smoking pipe weed.
Yeah, 100%.
As they usually do.
Yeah, absolutely. I see Niall looking down as he
got more questions?
More questions here. I think so.
I do have more questions. What movie set built on a hill and ringed by plains and snowy mountains was buffeted by 120 knot winds?
Gerry.
Carl. Damn you.
Edoras.
Yes, it is. Edoras is correct. Ooh.
That'd be a nice place. That actually, I'd like to see Edoras, more of Edoras.
I know. See, this is the thing. You know, the likes of Australia and New Zealand are not somewhere that I would want to go. Really,
I'd love to go to New Zealand just to see the sets.
just I don't like giant spiders. I don't like giant spiders. I don't like little spiders. Don't mind fucking giant spiders.
Either to
But,
see.
but if I could go to New Zealand, go to Hobbiton, go to Edoras, go and see those mountains with the snow, I'm like, yeah.
Oh, the
okay, I'd do it for that.
Path of Calathrus or something it's called or something.
Caradras.
Caladras. Yeah.
Sorry, no, go ahead. So you have more questions.
What weapons do the orcs wield against the Gondorians as they try to retake Osgiliath?
Carl. What weapons?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, arrows. It's when fucking Firemeer is riding with his horses.
So you're actually half right. So arrows were, but there was also something else.
Fellbeast. Or Nazgul.
No. Weapons that can be carried. You said arrows. What is that normally paired with?
You gave the fucking answer.
Yeah,
That's not fair. He gets half a fucking.
I was going to say, give me a half point for that.
Half
one.
a point.
You just fucking gave it away.
Dirty, cheating bastard.
I love
Fucking half a point.
Yeah, literally half a point for that one. Damn you, no. It's just when you said it, I was like, and the way you phrased that was really weird because you said when the orcs tried to retake, and just because you said retake, I was like, orcs never owned the Skilliath. I went,
all right, fine.
We got shot.
What is Frodo talking about when he says Osgiliath? They're here. They've come.
Carl.
Gerry.
Carl.
The Nazgul.
There you go. You got your point.
There was a time delay.
There was
There's a fucking time delay there. My internet is acting up. It was a time delay. I said my name first.
It's when that weird guy with the sword, he's like, Nazgul.
All right. We'll go for another one.
Keep going.
What was Bilbo's approximate age when he returned to the Shire after finding the One Ring? Multiple answers. So, was it 51, 71, or 91?
Gerry. 51.
Can you be correct?
Yeah, I was trying to think because he's 111 years old in The Hobbit or in the Fellowship. Good question.
What kind of day does Treebeard say he sees his Rowan shrine in a song? So I'll refresh.
Say that all again.
Yeah, I will say that again. So, what kind of day does Treebeard say he sees his Rowan shine in a song?
Well, no idea.
Just repeat it one more time.
Okay.
One more time.
What kind of day does Treebeard say he sees his Rowan shine in a song?
A bright day. I have no fucking clue. A bright day.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
A summer's day.
Oh. I should get half a point because I said day.
Fuck off.
Fucking day. Okay.
Did you say that?
Don't fucking remember.
I'm gonna have to go back now and watch this and be like,
yeah.
What name besides liar and thief does Gollum call Smeagol in an internal
Carl.
debate? Gerry?
Fucking said murderer.
yeah.
Well done.
Bang on. Fucking bang on, Jerry.
Gerry is in the lead. He is at 10.
10 what?
10 points.
10 and a half fucking points.
10 points.
And what's Carl on?
And Carl is on 7.5.
Very good.
It is fucking close. This is close, like.
Yeah.
Because he could, like, literally the next couple of questions, he fucking blow it out of the water and come fucking straight back up there.
That's why I'm trying to pick
Glorious
out
charge.
and that's why I'm trying to pick out questions that would actually throw both of yous off as opposed to just one of yous. So
hit me with your best shot.
I think just for that, that half a point needs to be taken off him.
I'm actually tempted to just like
you.
Nah, well, all right. What 3-word order does the Urkai leader shout to his troops at the Amon-Hen attack?
Oh, Carl. Find a halfling. Halfling. Is it halfling or halflings?
I'll just give it to him. Let's find the halflings.
Yeah.
You just missed out with an S. I'm hardly going to take half a point off you.
Does it say the S in that card now?
There
Yeah,
does.
it does.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course,
I was like,
find the halflings. Yeah.
Find the halflings.
This is the only fucking word he says in that whole battle.
What creature is called the Flame of Odun?
Gerry. It's a Balrog.
Yes, it is. It is the Balrog.
You know,
Read that question again now.
Flame of Udun.
I wasn't sure if I was saying
That's
it right.
not a thing.
Yeah, Flame of Udun. That's what Gandalf.
That's what
actually
Gandalf
says.
wields.
No, that's what he says to him. He says some Flame of Udun.
I'm the guardian of the flame of
Flame of Arnor.
I'm gonna look that up.
Well, I'm going by the question and answer. So, and Gerry got it.
Boom.
You're right there now. You're staring at that card a long time.
I know. I'm just there's a word in it. I'm
Point
worried.
off him. Take that fucking half a point off him.
What's the Hobbit name for Aphelis? The plant.
Oh, God.
Gerry. Oh no.
Kingsfoil. It's a weed.
And you would know this. Why?
It's one of the funnier scenes where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Kingsfoil. It's a weed. Or in The Hobbit, it's like, when they're in Dale or in Laytown, it's like, Kingsfoil. Oh, we feed it to the pigs. James Nesbitt line. That's his name. I knew I could fucking remember.
What kind of pipe weed does Mary say he'd give anything for a
Carl.
whiff of?
Old Toby. Or well, Longbottom Leaf.
Yep,
That's
old
the one.
Toby. Oh shit, Gerry, come on.
I told you. That's what I said. This is close. This is. I was 2.5 ahead. That's close, like, and I'm not 2.5 ahead anymore.
He's at 10.5.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm only half a point ahead of him. If I'm correct by my reckoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's soldier on. Come on.
Come on, Gerry, you can do it. What battle in the Two Towers does Barry Osborne make a cameo in?
Gerry. Battle of Helm's Deep.
That's
Can you
the
be
only.
correct?
That's the only battle in that movie that I can think
No,
of.
the Battle of Osgiliath.
Oh yeah, that's Two Towers, not Return of the King.
You were correct. Well done, Gerry. You were at 12.
Nice.
Ooh. Getting there.
It's getting tense now. It is. It's getting tense.
Mm-hmm.
Who just subscribed?
Yeah, please do if you're liking this and you want more.
Thank you for the resub.
You're only getting that because I'm fucking here.
We'll have to have you on more.
Yes, we do.
On my Twitch channel. Play some Lord of the Rings games or whatever.
That'd be good. That would be good.
That'd be really good. I'd enjoy that.
See the two. Imagine the two yous are actually playing like Age of the Ring, like against each other.
Oh, I don't know about that though.
Or with each other.
I could do that.
Actually, that'd be really good. Like me and you against like.
We could do a team up against like 4 or 5 really hard AIs.
Oh, I play against Deathmarch, which is expert.
Yeah, I'm not that fucking crazy, but if I had a partner in crime,
I can defend against them. Once like it's easy to defend against AIs.
Which city does Eomer bear the badly wounded Fieldred?
Gerry.
All I heard was Gerry. He jumped at it. Oh my god. Edoras. Oh my god, fuck me, man. I couldn't think of that.
You got it. Well done. That really stumped him there. It's
I
like
had Eomer and fucking his sister in my head going from in the stairs, and I was like, wrong one.
See, I'm actually digging now for good, like really tricky questions. Oh, what does John Rhys Davis say is suspicious, paranoid, quick to quarrel, yet endearing?
Read that again.
Gerry.
Go on, Gerry.
I'm going to say Treebeard.
No, sadly no.
Read it again.
What character does John Rhys Davis say is suspicious, paranoid, quick to quarrel, yet endearing?
If he gets this wrong, can I have another guess?
Yes, you can.
Is this like a trick question? Is it his character though? That's what I'm trying to think. Because it just says character, it doesn't say his character.
I don't know.
Fuck it, Gimli.
Yeah.
Gotta be. Yeah.
Because the way you phrased that question, I was like, shit, is it talking about his character or another character?
It was a trick question.
You just went ahead, by the way.
Huh?
Yeah, you
literally by a half point.
Half point, yeah. I was
Half a fucking point.
Woo!
Oh.
Nail biting stuff here.
I'm actually not gonna lie, like this is like very back and forward.
This is as close as it can fucking get. Like
It's really good. I'm enjoying this.
What? I wouldn't be surprised if like Carl gets it just by that fucking half point.
half a point, yeah. Cocksucker.
Whose voice does Legless hear on the air as the
Carl.
Fellowship?
Saruman.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to. I don't know what the words he was saying. It's something to bring down the mountain or something. I don't speak wizard.
Carl needs 2 more questions.
That's if we're going to 15. I'm not said I just 20. I don't know.
Well, if you get to 15, we're going to 20.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Where
if
does
I get to 15, I win. Fuck you.
Where does Gandalf say he strayed after the Balrog battle?
Gerry.
Into...
sorry.
It's
too late. Too late.
No, you were supposed to say this at the start.
No. That's why I held the hand up. I was about to read it out. So I'm letting you away with this one. It's just
I know the answer.
So start the question again.
Where does Gandalf say he strayed after the Balrog battle? Was it into Moria, into a nightmare, or out of thought and
Gerry.
time?
Thought and time.
pot knife.
I knew the answer to that.
I knew the answer, but I was like, fuck's sake, fucking multiple choice bullshit.
Come on, Jerry. You can do it. You can do it. Flex those mental muscles.
Give me a lot of credit there, fucking hell.
Right.
Oh, bollocks.
Don't like that laugh.
Yeah, no,
How many enemies does Legless kill at Helm's Deep,
Carl.
including, I'm going to finish this,
Go.
including the last twitching Urukai?
I already said it earlier.
Do you remember it?
43.
Yes, it was 43. See, I was laughing because this could have actually thrown you off because we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, I could have said anything there. I would have like, oh, bollocks.
So that's why I'm like,
Am I correct in saying it's 14 and a half to 13?
mm-hmm, 14 and a half.
The 13.
Yeah.
So he needs one more. I need two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Technically, I need a half.
I need to get one more, so then it'll be a tiebreaker. Then let's be honest. So Niall, just mute him. Just mute just for a second.
Oh, God.
So here we go. Potentially the last question. Who in the Fellowship is the heir of Isildur?
Carl.
Jerry.
Aragorn.
Yes. Whee! Oh,
Everyone
shit.
knows that question. Though.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. There we go. Now I have to go digging for one.
This is the tiebreaker now. This is the one to end it all.
Pun intended. No, I'm not going to do that one.
Right. After you ask the question that you're going to ask, you have to go back to that one because
Yeah. I don't know what that question was.
I'll keep that bookmark then.
I'll fucking mark them.
No, I mean I'm holding.
Dumbass.
What kind of prosthetic device was worn by Ian McKellen, Christopher Lee, and Brad
Gerry.
Dourif?
A wig.
No.
Oh,
Who was the last person?
Brad Dourif.
don't even know who that is.
You do. Chucky.
He meant the Lord of the Rings story.
I don't know the name.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Because once you remember the face, that's it. You know the character.
and I think I know the answer, but go on, Carl. Go on. Finish it. Finish me off, you bastard.
He might. He might do a good job of it. Or he might do a terrible job and you never come back to him again.
I'm actually stumped.
Ooh. Are you gonna pass in this one?
Staff.
Mm-mm.
It stumped me so bad.
Niall, what kind of prosthetic?
Oh,
What?
prosthetic.
What kind of prosthetic device was worn by Ian McKellen, Christopher Lee, and Brad Dourif in the films?
Now, Carl, you can't answer. Fuck you.
No, yeah, we're
You
right.
can't answer. No, I'm not going to get. I'm going to guess, but it won't count, right?
No.
I'm assuming it's nose.
And you would have been correct.
No, yeah, I couldn't. I was like, prosthetic?
Yeah.
I was like, when he said prosthetic device, I was like, did they have something like an earpiece or something weird shit in?
Yeah.
Fucking fake nose.
Fake.
I was too quick to jump in with wig. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
It would have made sense with the wig. You were
Yeah.
like,
It was only after you said it. You
who
literally
was
caught
the other
yourself.
guy though?
Brad Dourif?
The other guy is he played Chucky in Chucky, obviously, but
Yeah.
he plays Green Wormtongue.
Oh, Green Man. Yeah, nobody remembers him. Nobody likes him.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Is this the question you were supposed to save?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
No, he
good.
has it there. Relax.
I have it there.
He actually
Have
looked
it
like
there.
he put it back.
I did, but it's right in front of me. So. What screenwriter's scream was used to make the sound of the ring wraith's shrieks?
Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue.
Peter Jackson. No, I actually don't know any of their names. The screenwriters.
No, I have no clue. I
No.
have no clue.
Okay. The answer was Fran Walsh's.
Oh, shit. Fucking Peter Jackson's.
Go on.
Right. Here we go.
This is like a penalty fucking shootout.
Yeah, it's literally gonna be miss, save, miss.
Like, fuck's sake, like.
What year did Bilbo's father lay down the old vineyard he offers Gandalf at Bag End?
Gerry. 2301.
No.
No.
Carl, you have a chance.
I can hear it.
I can hear it in my head, right? I can't get a date. Bollocks. I'm literally playing that scene in my head right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to think of the
He's
date.
holding Gandalf's cane or the staff. I have an old bottle of it, blah blah blah. I'm like, you're definitely giving us the fucking hard ones now, Niall. Jesus Christ.
Exactly. I didn't want to make that last one easy.
Still have a few bottles of the O in your list. Oh, fuck.
Now remember, I'm looking for the year.
A few bottles of the O. Is it 12 something? 12 or something like that? Oh, bollocks. I haven't passed on that one.
Oh, you were on the right track. 1296.
I'm just going to say 1206. Fuck you. I knew it was a 12. I just couldn't think of the rest of it. And I was literally sitting here going, I'm playing that scene in my head. That one cut me off.
How many American Academy Award nominations?
Gerry.
You should have waited.
You should have waited.
I had to jump in.
Do you want to take a guess before you know the end of the question?
I'll give you my guess, but then you give me the rest of it. I think what the rest of the question is, how many nominations did the three films get in total? But I think I'm going to say 11 because that's how many I think they won. But no, go on to. I know I didn't get it right.
How many American Academy Award nominations did The Two Towers receive?
Not a fucking clue. Come on, Carl. You have to guess this. Come on, guess this and get it over and done with. Take me out of my misery here. Come on.
7?
No, it was 6.
Oh, you
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm loving this. I'm actually loving this.
Well, we're fucking not. Arsehole.
Oh, we're definitely
Next
making
time
the
me and
same.
you were together, we see him, we're both kicking him in the shins.
No, I'm not kicking him in the shin. He's not going to have a bollock left.
Oh, yeah, okay, I agree on.
Oh, we're making a series of this. This is fun.
You can fuck off now.
I'll gladly do it.
I know where the leave button is, okay?
I know where the hang up button is. Click.
Who takes a light nap by some ruined masonry when the Fellowship makes camp by the lake?
Carl.
Come on.
By the lake? Shit. There's 2 lakes in the Fellowship. There's the one at the end of the movie, and then there's one at Moria. Oh fuck!
No, that's that. No, there's
Don't
that's
help
not a
him.
lake. Oh, okay.
Don't help him.
I don't think that would have helped me anyway.
Oh, I know it would have.
Is it Sam?
Is that your guess?
No, I'm trying to think. Did he class
He
the one
said
with the
fucking
waterfall?
that's Sam. He said Sam. So is Sam the answer?
Yes, it is.
It's
There
the
you
lake
go.
at the waterfall.
Yes.
Yeah, where he's like, and then it's like, Mr. Frodo. He jumps up.
Which means Carl has won.
No,
I ha-
it means we're going to 20.
Oh yeah, he said that.
I
He did say
fucking
that.
said it. I said
Yeah.
we're going to 20.
Okay.
So start saying some fucking easier questions, you prick.
Well,
No, I
Before-
like these ones. These are good
No,
ones.
no,
They're
no.
catching me out so
I'm
bad.
joking. I'm joking. Congratulations, Carl. You have bested me by half a fucking point. Well, actually, no, you haven't. You
Oh.
beat me by a point and a half.
Point and a half. Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
so this is the question that like,
Yeah, I want to know this.
Oh
one.
yeah. What was this?
This is the one you put that fucking face for.
what's the name of Firemeer's brother?
Firemeer.
That's why I laughed,
Yeah.
because you would have gotten it so fucking fast.
Yeah.
You would have got some smart arse that went, Sean Bean. Like,
Carl,
no.
if you would have asked that question, Carl would have beat me quicker.
I would
He'd have beat me a lot fucking quicker. I can
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you.
Now you probably get someone online like, isn't that the dude that always dies in those films? It's like he just Ned Stark. That's it.
Head start.
Oh,
So
let's start.
yeah, Carl has won in the first of hopefully more like quizzes in the future. Hopefully,
Yeah, but anyway, a fucking point and a half. Like,
because again,
Jerry,
that's
that
how,
was a great game. Like, of questions.
that's how fucking close
I
this
give you
was.
I give you a virtual handshake, and then I do that. Like,
But like, goddamn, like that's fun. But also like the conversation about it as well. We got to talk about Lord of the Rings and answer some questions in a friendly competition. And
Some
I
of
didn't
them
have to worry
stumped
about it.
me. Like, some of them actually
yeah,
stumped
some of them
me.
were quite hard. Some of them were hard.
Like, the fucking one of the screenwriter. I
Yeah.
would be like, I don't know any of their fucking names.
He says this, but like give it a day or two, he'd be actually like watching the behind the scenes, like, okay, who the fuck was this? Like Wikipedia and
Good
everyone.
luck to that. I am not going that far into it. They dive like,
I'd be
I'll dive
surprised.
into the lore, alright, but not into the fucking screenwriters of the movie.
But no, like I think now would be as good a time anyway to finish up here. Like again, to anyone that was watching along, thank you very much. I'm going to thank them on behalf of Carl and Jerry and myself.
Give me a follow on Twitch, Gerry
Yes,
Soul.
please do.
Foxy
Soul.
Bros Gaming.
Gerry Soul. Fuck Foxy Bros Gaming. Gerry
Carl's
Soul.
I'm going live playing Age of the Ring right now, like straight after this. So, Jerry
And,
dropped by.
And if you did enjoy this
Oh,
this video, or if you enjoyed this stream or video, if you're watching it at a later date, please let us know if you want to see more in the future. Hopefully we'll think of a working title for this mini series or series.
Battle of the Brains. And Niall.
Fuck you.
No, what I tell you, actually, what we'll call it is it's Lord of the Rings quizzes. Jerry let Carl win.
Yeah, we just say that.
That'd be the title of episode 1. Just like Jerry let Carl win.
And episode 2, Jerry felt sorry for him, so let Carl win again.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Fairness, if this was probably like fucking Star Wars, you probably would have creamed me.
You dirty bastard. God, man.
Oh,
Of course.
Jesus.
Oh,
And ladies and gentlemen, on that bombshell, we're going to end the show.
so.
So again, thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see you again in another one. Enjoy.
Cheers.